Alright guys, and welcome back to episode 5 of my Feed the Beast Inventions series. Today we're going to be looking at hooking up a load of machines into our ME system. So as you may or may not notice, I've moved a couple of things around. I've actually shifted the pulverizers up one, because then I have the sag mills up the top, the pulverizers up the top, and then the smelting machines being the alloy smelters and the redstone furnaces on the lower one. But I just want to take you over a couple things I've made in between episodes. We need to go down here. First off, we made a painting machine, and this is just so we can make conduits to hide away some of our cabling. So this is how it looked before, and then this is what we've got now. If we get our wrench out, you can see that hidden underneath are the energy conduits. So yeah, that'll just be good for keeping things tidy. I'm in two minds about actually using quartz on this bit. It looks a little bit off, but building stuff is something I'm going to fiddle around with in between episodes. I'm not going to quite get around to doing that on camera yet. And down here, I finally got rid of all the dirt. I'm not particularly happy with this as a designer for the moment, but wait, go away. But it looks better than a big pile of dirt. So anyway, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I've also got a magnet. Finally. This is actually charging as well off my the flux infused jet plate. Whoa, I need to charge that. It's getting down. Well, saying that, I don't really need to charge it. But yeah. So I went hunting for emeralds. Now, as you can see, I went on a big exploring mission. Turned out to be a 12,000 block round trip. I just keep going and going. See, I found a water temple, and I found a massive snowy biome. But yeah, amongst all of that was an extreme hills, and I went down, found myself some emeralds. I've whacked them into my equivalent exchange machine down here, and yeah, now we've got emeralds, all the emeralds we could ever want. What I found really interesting is these augmentations for the thermal expansion machines go in here, which is really handy considering we're building quite a few of these. And so yeah, all of these have got all the speed upgrades. We've got augments to make the redstone upgrades. Now, in the last episode, I said I was actually going to make patterns for all of this stuff, but there's not really any need to do that, because once we've built all this stuff, then there really isn't any need to have them automated. So I'm just going to build what we need to make 3 more alloy smelters. He says need some more of them as well, actually. Just chuck a load into there. We need 3 more of these. In fact, we need 7 of these, because we're going to be doing sag mills as well. So let's just make 7 of them, and that should be enough. Yep, there we go, to do 3 more of them. Can I just chuck them on there? No, because it's a sag mill and it's configured actually, so we won't do that. And let's just make our sag mills. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Okay, so let's get this hooked up. Now, as I've sort of shown you around the system last time, I won't go into too much detail. However, I did make one change. If we go around the back here, I had all 8 of these going off this cable here. I decided, because you can keep it ever so slightly more compact, that will help us out later when we actually build a second floor to this area when necessary. I moved them onto this one, so we've got 4 off this one, 8 off this one, another 4 off this one. We've run our power cabling around so we can get to that. So sag mills there. So let's just stick our alloy smelters. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lovely. Let's do the same for our sag mills. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Brilliant. So that's the configured one, and that's the configured one. I'm just going to move them around, actually. Come back. Yeah. I don't think that works when it's not on your hotbar. I'll have to test that out properly, but that's what seems to be the case. So we've got our configured one, and our non-configured one. I only want to do that just because I've already got capacitors. Oh, I need to upgrade that actually, but I'll do the capacitor upgrading off camera. We want to put octadic capacitors in all 8 of these machines. So now we need to build our redstone furnace. Let's get that going. So we should have let's see, I think it's the copper gears I'm not going to have. Let's just make a ton of them. I think 12. Oh, I think that's too many, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to use them. Bricks. Oh yeah. So bricks are another thing that I can just have in the equivalent exchange. So lovely, stack of them into the system. There you go. Lovely. Usually you just have to automate all that stuff, but I mean that's really easy to do. Just make one, chuck it in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we need a full 4 of them. Oh, there's one downstairs. Oh well, not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. So you can see them all charging up. So let's just put our upgrades in all of them. One more to go. And they should now all be appearing in our ME interface terminal. Lovely. So pulverizers, redstone furnace, sag mill. Brilliant. That is what we want to see. So that should be all wired up. They've all got that. They've got power. Lovely. Oh, the only other thing I was going to do over here, we just use our wrench, disable the connection on that end. It just looks a little bit neater. Not that it even really matters because that's going to get powered up, covered up. So I'm going to get a few upgrades together for that, decide what I'm going to put pattern-wise in these things, and I will be right back. Alright guys, and I'm back. I just wanted to bring you in at this point because I'm making some good progress with making some patterns. We've got a variety of things that we can now set into the machines and do some auto crafting. But I was just making the capacitors for my to upgrade all the machines, and it occurred to me that I need to make an extra little something something. So when we've got items in auto crafting, some items require other items to make items. So we make a crafting card. Now what this does, I'm not sure how many I'll need, so I'm going to make 4 for the moment. So what this does is it will say when we try and create, we need to get around back here. When we try and create, computer, the vibrant alloy, it may well need the energetic alloy. So if we put a crafting card in there, it will then automatically request the energetic alloy. Let's just get these up, take this out of the system so we can see it in action. And should, yeah, to craft 1 energetic alloy. So it will craft our energetic alloy so it can make our vibrant alloy. So as you can see, because I haven't upgraded everything yet, it's going to take a little while. So I'm going to cut and I'll be back with you in a minute. Alright guys, and we are back. Now, it's all done and all fully functional. Let's just take a look at our interface terminal. We've got everything separated out into, I suppose, non-clashing systems. So what you don't want to happen is the energetic alloy to be made in the same alloy smelter as the vibrant alloy, because the vibrant alloy requires the energetic alloy, and if it's making the energetic alloy, it can't make the vibrant alloy. So we've got them all separated out, same with the Enderium base and the Enderium ingot. And what I've gone through are a series of ingots and alloys that won't go through my equivalent exchange machine. So we might as well just grab loads of the ones from the equivalent exchange machine as and when we need them. And what I've also set up in here as well is yellorium ingot processing and gold ingot processing, because we need both of those for our power and our equivalent exchange, because we pull equivalent exchange from our, no, we pull gold ore and yellorium ore from our equivalent exchange system, but it then needs processing before we can use it. So we've got it being pulverized into the various dusts in the SAG mill, and we get a few more byproducts by using the SAG mill than the pulverizer. So we're using that way, and over the course of time, we will get a build up of the byproducts within our system. So copper, I haven't actually processed any yet, actually. That's why I haven't got any yet. So yeah, over the course of time, we'll get our byproducts and we'll then add processing patterns in for them. One thing I just want to show you quickly though, when I was starting to try and bulk process a batch of just that bulk process. Oh, it's done that Herobrine thing again. We'll use one of these for now. So as cool as that is, that's going to get in the way of what I want to show you. So I requested 32 vibrant alloys, and it didn't make them. What was happening was that because of the sort of push-pull nature of the sides, it was sucking out the energetic alloy straight into the this alloy smelter, one with the writing on, and not registering in the ME system that these had been processed, so it wasn't pulling and wasn't finishing the recipe. Now, all you have to do to fix that is disable the sides. Very simple. So what I've gone through, I've disabled all the sides of all 8 of these, and then I've set up the appropriate configuration on the redstone furnaces, and we'd already done the pulverizers. So they will now look to only push and pull from the sides that have something attached to them. So that, for the moment, until we would know what else we want to process, is job done. Alright guys, and we're back. So there's a bit of time left in the episode, so what I thought I would do is go about upgrading my big reactor. Because I'm thinking the next step for us is to get a quarry online. And I want to upgrade my power before we do that. And get this hooked up to our ME system as well, so we can pull in yellorium as well. And I'm either going to do that straight by hooking it up, but I think we're out of channels on this section, so I might have to use another ender chest, but that's no problem. So what I want to do, I want to add another section of these control rods, and then have all of them completely surrounded by coolant. So we'll have another control rod here. We would have just cobblestone as our marker, a level of coolant around the outside, and then our wall there. Now, so by my calculations, I bet this is going to be wrong. I need to go make it a, what's that, 7x7 instead of a 5x5. So I've hacked out a load of wall around here. Unfortunately, it goes over my mine shaft, but that really isn't the end of the world. I can build a way round it. I can just get elevators going. And to be honest, I just don't even really need to go down there. So why worry about it? So, like I said, it's another. Yeah, oh yeah, we've got that here. So it's another control rod, a level of coolant, and the wall. Brilliant. So I'm going to get crafting. I need to make sure I've got all the bits I need because this potentially could knock out my AE system. I only want one of them, so let's turn our empoweredness off. But we do have a dense energy cell that will be keeping that online. 3.2 million RF, we should be okay. But yeah, it'll be really annoying if I run out of power mid doing this. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to get building that and I will be right back. Alright guys, and we are back. That was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. So I got my calculations totally wrong. I'm sure you won't be surprised to hear. I end up having to make this a 9x9 to get what I wanted. So, but we have 9 control rods completely encased in the gelid cryothium coolant. I had to make a lot more of that stuff, and then all my power ran out and everything while the reactor was dismantled. However, lucky me, although there's nothing left in it now, I kept a energy cell on me with stored full of energy, so I could turn my AE system on briefly just to sort all that out. But yeah, so that's done now. Now this thing, we just activate it, it kicks out damn sight more RF. I mean, not that I need this much RF yet, but I really wanted to get something big going so we could get the quarry running at full power. So as you can see, this runs at nearly 14,000 RF a tick. But what I wanted to make sure is that we weren't wasting any yellorium. So if we just deactivate the reactor for now, if we go around here, what I've got is a rather messy little pulse extender setup. When the energy buffer gets below 85% capacity, this redstone port for the reactor kicks out a redstone signal, it goes into this pulse extender, and then behind this iron block is another redstone port, and that turns the whole thing on and off. So we just charge my jetpack. It's the quickest way I've found to make the energy run down. So we're approaching 85%, and when 85% hits, the reactor kicks in, although we want to pull this out so we can see what's happening properly. As soon as it goes over that, the pulse extender kicks in and turns the whole thing off. So that will mean we're not wasting any yellorium. So this will just sit here, drain very slowly until it gets to 85%, because we're not actually using a huge amount of RF at the moment. But that will just save on RF a bit. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. So the next thing that we need to do, we've got some item conduits here. And let's just use a normal chest for the moment. So what I will do is just pop out, make sure I'm not empowered. Pop that out. We'll stick a chest there. Stick one of them. Ooh, one of them on top. Now we want this to go in and out. And we want this to go in and out. But we only want to extract yellorium. So have I got an item filter in here? Yes, I do. So in this one, we want to let's get some ingots. So ingot, we actually are going to need cyanite as well. So we're going to need to put a filter on the other one. We're going to need yellorium. So on this one, we want to insert. Oh, which way around is it going to be? We want to insert into this chest cyanite. We want to insert another item filter. Where they gone? And in this one, we want to insert yellorium. So is that going to do it? Eject waste. Inlet mode and outlet mode. Ports will not accept items from pipes or docks. Ports will. So outlet mode is taking it, but I'm going to need a separate one of these access ports. bring in the Yellorium. Okay, well that's easy enough to do. Let's make one together quickly. So we need an access port. One of them, one of them. Have we got any of that? Oh, we need some more reactor casings. So let's just, I have a feeling I'm out of, yeah. Okay, so that's easy enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've actually got a little redstone furnace around here, but it's not very quick. So that's all set up for, we can actually change this. So that can be in extract, always active. We're only going to see if that works after a little while. Let's pull out our Yellorium as well. Let's go back here. Yeah, we've got that now. We can make our reactor casings. So that makes 4 of them. Access port. Lovely. Now I have to be quite quick about this. Let's do it one further along. There we go. And just stick another chest in there. Lovely. Stick one of them on there. So in this one, we want to insert. On this one, we want to extract always. And there we go. That's filling up lovely. So I think insert. Oh, let's change this one. Insert. Yeah, that's all looking good. So that's going to do it, I think, for today, guys. We've got quite a lot done. We got all our machines going upstairs onto the ME system. We've got our power going in a much more upgraded fashion to what we had before. So thank you very much for watching, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Woohoo! Bye!